It's the leader. He's the wizard. He's forcing the mouth open.
Well, stop him. Kill him or something.
My dagger is gone. You kill him.
Not me. It's bad luck to kill a wizard.
Wait. There's a better way to take care of a wizard.
Hello, everybody. I have to apologize. It's been a little bit of a break or delay here. We're just now getting a recap episode here for the Battle for Ohio. It was a really fun event with our local group. Then actually during the event, I had a tooth that got infected, had to get a root canal, and then immediately after that got sick, got bronchitis. So it's been about 6 weeks of nonsense, but I'm back to, good 85, 90% of where I normally am. Can talk and not cough, so it was time to get back at it. We've got a kind of a backlog of things we want to talk about, but first thing we got to do is recap our Battle for Ohio. The Cleveland boys took it down at the end. They were kind of the anticipated leaders coming into it, so they held up their end. Just another typical poorly thought out episode here. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to stick around at the end, I'm going to go ahead and just tack on the bullshit draft. There's about 6 of the 8 little 1-minute rundowns, and they're probably a good video to catch on YouTube. I think they're funny to listen to as well. We just kind of drafted non-magic packs of all varying types, created a story. Pretty much everyone there, that was one of their either their first or their second time doing it, and they're pretty good. I was going to do a mini episode. I'm just going to throw them at the end of this. So it's about a 2-hour long. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Is this season 2?
Yeah, we've been on season 2.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I was paying attention.
nice.
Start of the year, I started season 2. I didn't realize it was going to take a 6-week break in between there, but
Bronchitis.
bronchitis and root canals. All right, well, before we get too deep, Eric and I got new business. We're going to recommend an errata for Rohan of Kirkheap after I built a deck trying to make kobolds work. And realized how freaking bad he really is. He only gives +2/+2 to your kobolds of Kirkheap.
Yep.
Not all kobolds. And so we're going to propose that he does all other kobolds, not himself.
Hey, man.
But if you don't pay the 3 red, your opponent gets him and all your kobolds. You see any reason we can't play it that way?
I mean, you could play it that way. It's whatever. I mean, I still don't think it's going to be good either way. But
Because I thought it played that way, and my deck was atrocious. So,
but
and then when you actually correct it,
this is Rogar of Kirkheap. He ain't got shit to do with those Crookshank assholes. So
yeah, he ain't into the Crookshanks. So
it's like the Bloods and the Crips. Those guys don't get along. But you can errata it however you want. I'd still play against it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for free wins, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to run with some All Hallows Eve to bring them all back with this big Alpha Strike, and then we're reading the fine print. I'm like, wait a minute, it's only kobolds of Kirkheap. I'm like, oh well, screw! I don't even need to pay the 3. You can have my 1 kobold. All right, well, new business out of the way.
We could also make it so all kobolds are considered kobolds of Kirkheap.
I guess that would also work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd be easier just to errata the 1 legend god than to.
Ooh, I got it figured out. A deck can contain any number of kobolds of Kirkheap.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because he sucks. The Taskmaster is the only good one.
Right, so you're not going to really run like 20.
Come on, let's see the deck with 20 0 drops. Come on.
Oh, I mean that's like pretty cool. I like that better. That's gonna mix it up.
Yeah, and then your opponent gains all the 0 drops if you strip mine their mountain or something. Dude, Armageddon, get them all. It's sweet.
That's pretty solid. I'm gonna put that on Discord while we're thinking about it.
I mean, it seems sweet. Yeah.
So we can
yeah.
play any number of what? The Rat. We can play any number of Thrall Champion and any number of Kobold of Kirkheap in the deck, in our decks. Is that the only?
Those are the only ones I can think of.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Because
That's
then you don't
true.
have to even worry about playing the other 0 drops. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's still going to be really bad.
It's not amazing. Balance is really funny against kobolds. I'll say that. I think I did that to you twice today.
Man, every time I laugh, I cough, so I'm gonna have to keep muting myself. I've had this bronchitis a little too long.
All right, no laughing in this podcast.
Nah, I'm just gonna mute.
Serious
That's all.
shit. Serious shit.
All right, we'll move on to the topic then, because we did have a sweet event. We should have podcast right after that, but I got an infected tooth during the event and had to get a root canal, and then I got sick immediately after, and then I got bronchitis. So I've not really been in podcast shape for a while, but we're coming back. So I think probably the easiest thing to do is just kind of run through all the sweet photos that Jonathan threw on the Discord, and we can go down through it. So for those who didn't know, we had a house to ourselves for the weekend. Every Friday night we had a get together. When you got there, everyone got a pack of Hyperborea Gates, some tokens that you could ante and trade, and some other stamped cards and things for the team. So we were set up for more than we had. I got some extras left over if anyone needs any of those. You get your green card for the night. We started early, did some.
Like, dude.
Yeah, right there. Setting the mood.
Yeah, that was about 5 minutes after we arrived.
Yeah. The second we get there, crack a cold one. Fire it up. So the whole event was based around the different clubs playing against each other, and the only way you could get points was to play someone from an opposing club. So, of course, 6-7 hand guys show up and can't make any points. So Cleveland sent in their ringer. He was the first, the assassin. So we finally had somebody show up. I always get his name wrong.
What was his name, Jason?
Alfredo?
It was between Alfredo and Fernando all night.
Just why is it hard? It's not hard.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I forget his name too. Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo. Sorry. So Angelo, he couldn't play on the following Saturday, but he came in Friday night to see if he could get some points for his boys in Cleveland.
And he did.
And he did. He did a number on us, man.
Smoked us.
He brought one green-red deck with giant spiders and Kurt apes, and my God, he's just here to hang out. Man, I don't know if he's got skills or luck, but he started the night there. Just, boom, round one, winning game, 5 points.
He got really used to walking up to that board.
Yeah, he got tired of writing down his score all night. I'll quickly comment on the gong. The gong was a pretty big hit. I think everybody liked that. That was a lot of fun.
I'll see what you did there.
Dude, that guy didn't lose a game.
Now he lost this game.
Yeah, there you go. That's
that's true. I got to see that.
I did beat him this one with 3 Clockwork Beast, and an Abu Jafar. He was pretty impressed by that. Didn't see that coming. So I think that was maybe his only loss for the night. He and I were kind of nemesis on the evening. Let's see. We continued to consume some beverages and celebrating St. Patrick.
I think that was me and Steven the whole time. I don't think we played Angelo or anything. We just hung out drinking beer.
Talking about Genghis Khan.
Yeah, serious Magic players.
See, Angelo brought the box of 1996, was it?
Yeah, I think it was 96.
Yeah, the top 10 or top 12 decks of the year, those gold border ones. They were really cool. And we ran an event with them. They honestly reminded me a lot of our Alpha to Alliance's anti-decks. A lot of that same kind of feel and stuff to it. See, what else did we play? Well, we had the green event. What was the first thing we did? I guess we did a Mirage Block draft, right? I think we drafted that first.
Did we? Yeah, that might be right.
So I'm trying to remember. I went Griffins and just to see if that was a deck, and every Griffin in the entire cube was passed to me, and I still barely pulled in. Well, I guess I won my first one, and then lost to Angelo. He was on like mono black, and man, that was good. That was a really difficult deck to beat. He had the black counter spell, and black has like the only removal. It was pretty brutal, but yeah. So he took that one down first, and I think I got second. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And Griffins didn't stand a chance against him. I mean, I had Griffin Canyon. I had growing Griffins. I had Griffins that pumped Griffins. I mean, it seemed like it was just going to be too good, but it wasn't. Still folded to black.
Yeah, your deck was pretty good. I was like missing. I had a lot of the cards to like make the flanking deck, which is nuts if you have enough flanking creatures, but I just didn't have enough like little flanking bullshit guys to tie it all together. So I can't remember what the name of that card is in Mirage, but it's like all of your flanking creatures get like +1/+1 or something like that.
Was it all tapped or something? Yeah, because when you would swing,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
nasty.
it was crazy.
Like all tapped creatures they also gained flanking or something. It was.
No, it was. I think it was just like all creatures with flanking get +1/+1 when they attack, which is nuts because really it's basically like giving them +2/+2 because flanking gives the
Yeah, and you had
the
like
blocker
flanking
-1/+1.
first strike. It was a cool cube. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
try that again.
Yeah, it was fun.
You remember what you guys drafted in that?
I don't.
Do I remember? Not really. It was bad. I played black and didn't get any of the good black cards.
I don't know what Eric drafted, but I know Steven, if you can guess, he drafted something green. Because I played against him. But
It's probably green and black.
yeah, I think it was.
Stick with what you know. Well, then we moved on from there to the St. Patrick's Mono Green event. I did awful. Yeah, I was trying to run. What did I run? I had I think I've got it here. Yes, I had 4 If Biff, some Singing Trees, Force of Nature, Angus McKenzie, some Spirit Links. It seemed like a good idea, but If Biff was just dismal and mono green because everyone just used it to kill me. And
Yeah.
I was never ahead, and by the time I got it out there, I don't think I won a single game of anything. It was just awful all night. I was trying to get some Enchantress action. That wasn't happening. Never saw her.
Yeah, it was tough because like at one game that we played, you like stuck the If Biff and then you were like you tried to Spirit Link it, and then it was just like, well, in response, I'll just blow everything up. That's just tough. It's tough to get in mono green.
I had a little bad luck too. So bad luck was a bad deck. Didn't work out well. I liked my system for taking the drinks. I had that skull, and I just fill it up to whatever my opponent felt was worthy of the card. So when I played
That's banging.
Ancestral, that's a pretty healthy drink you should be taking there. What did you guys think about I heard some feedback that maybe wasn't strong enough one drink for playing off color, because didn't Raja just run a full like 5-color good stuff deck or something like that?
He did, but I'm gonna tell you what, he was dedicated to that rule because he drank like 11 fucking beers in 3 rounds.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Did get him in the spirit, didn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just, I think that I think that anything that it was a mono green event, and anything that allows people to just play non-green decks, then whatever restriction you've got in place, it wasn't enough. Even though you got messed up real good.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they were going to do most of that anyhow, so it didn't.
Yeah. But just saying, my mono green deck was bonkers. So yeah, Thalids are good.
Yeah, you did play Thal. You played Thalid control, kind of.
Yeah, it was. It was basically just Thalid control. I never lost a game with it. It was amazing.
But did you win the event? I don't remember who won.
No. I've already
Angelo?
forgot. Yeah. He won on tiebreakers because I got a bye in the first round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but then Eric and I played afterwards. For some stupid reason, we bet 2 coins to each other, which was dumb. But we played later, so I won that one. So I don't know. I still count it.
So I mean, are Thalid's valid other places? I don't know. I mean, it did seem to work. Was it just because the competition was light? There wasn't so much red burn, no earthquakes.
It just works because of mono green. But it's really good in mono green. I don't know. I might play it for the next Concordant Crossroads type deal. But then I wouldn't be able to play like the blue, splash the blue in it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I did Thalad's last Concordant Crossroads and got last place, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
There's that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So all right. So Angelo took that down. I was giving him a pretty high on the leaderboard. Then I guess after that we did the 95 decks, right?
Yeah, the 96. Yep. We did those. That was like the last event for the night, I think.
Yeah, I was getting pretty tired by that, and I again had to play Angelo in the finals, and he had like a mill deck, mill control or millstone control, and I think that was actually the winning deck from 96 as well. And I had Necro, and it was pretty. I was digging it. I was getting into the feel of that Necro deck with 4 Necros and 8 of the Pump Knights and Drain Life and Zern Orb, all the stuff you'd think. And like I said, it felt a lot like the anti decks we play. We didn't have any contract or something, but it was pretty cool, and it did well. There was some bad ones in there too. Somebody got the jank
Dude,
deck too.
I got one. The guy that made it into top 8 on whatever, he must have like cheated his way up there, because I don't even see how that deck like was supposed to do anything. It was just so, or maybe I'm just bad. I don't know.
It probably had to be a meta call just because everyone knew what everyone was doing back then or something. But yeah, some of them just seemed really bad. Like you could pull some rough ones. That was kind of cool. I don't know if I'd spend the money. I don't know what's a set of those gold border decks go for, $1,500 or something like that.
It just depends on which ones you get. I had a bunch of them at one time, but I kind of split them apart. And... Wait, no, I didn't. I've actually got like 3 sets of them. I think I've got like 90. I don't know. I've got the set with like the guy's cradle, and then I've got all of those, and then the next year after that or something.
Those things are pretty sweet, man. I wish they still did them because it's a cool throwback. It was fun.
Yeah, it is neat.
Yeah, I was feeling at that point. I was pretty wiped.
Yeah, I think after that event, I think that's about when everybody was just kind of going. Everybody kind of packed it up.
Yeah.
It was pretty late, except for Raj and myself. We stayed up until like 4:30, 5 maybe. We may have seen 5 o'clock. I'm
5
not sure.
o'clock.
Playing.
Yeah, one of you fuckers was still hitting the gong when I was in bed.
That's what I was going to say. I know it got to be about 3, and I was laying there comfortably asleep upstairs, and I heard dong.
Yeah, because
God
we were playing pre-modern, and I beat Raja. He was playing some weird. I was so drunk, I had no idea what was going on, and he busts out this fucking deck where basically it's like mono blue, and he just draws a bunch of cards, and he's doing that. What's the fucking card where you like you take 5 cards and put it into 2 piles, and then the opponent has to like pick
Fact or fiction or
so I'm like putting cards in piles, but I don't even know like what half this shit does, and I'm drunk, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. And I swear his turns were 20 minutes apiece, just digging for something. And then he would like be digging, and then he wouldn't get it, and he'd say, okay, you win. And then I'd just run over and slam the gong and do it all over again. It was the dumbest thing ever.
This is about the nastiest thing I've ever had right here, guys. It is a spiked protein drink, and it's got milk. It's like curdling. I open it, and there's just like curdles of like protein powder in here. It's so bad.
Is it alcohol and protein? Is it like a
Yeah, it's called 100% unnecessary. And the flavor is swoleberry.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. It just tastes like that, like the cheapest vodka you ever had inside of milk.
I hate bad vodka too. It's so bad.
It's like what something Liver King would be promoting.
Yeah, this is probably his drink. He probably made it.
Vodka.
I paid $4 for this. I'm about to dump it on the sink.
Oh. Dump it in one of those plants back there. Maybe it'll like
get jacked, dude.
It'll turn into some giant man-eating plant. Just see him snatched out of his seat here in a minute.
There you go, little salad.
What do you guys think of the prize cards?
Lightning Bolt was a banger.
Yeah, so for those listening, we if you don't know who Touchdown Jesus is, you have to look it up. It's an Ohio thing. As big as he was and as powerful as he is, it turns out his defense was still 3. So I don't know, he must have been like a 53 or something, but one lightning bolt took it out, burned the thing to the ground. So we modified lightning bolt with Touchdown Jesus, and that I thought turned out really good.
Unironically, he came back though. They rebuilt it.
Yeah, this is true. Think about that, if you will.
Yeah. And then I like the flavor text on the Wrath of God a lot, like an Abraham Lincoln quote or something.
Yeah. So yeah, the Wrath of God. We did the Wrath of God butt. We did a cornfield. Had some Busch Light cans. We had the Hell is Real sign, which again, that's an Ohio thing that you only see. It's a giant billboard. It says Hell is Real, so it was pretty appropriate. I don't know. I hope these. I like the idea of like using playables so that people can kind of stick them in stuff. And I know amongst our friends, we've been jamming them.
Yeah, I'm playing the Wrath of Gods right now.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. They turned out pretty sweet.
Yeah, they did. They're really good. I didn't notice how I didn't notice. I don't know that the expansion symbol was Ohio.
Yeah, it's got a little Ohio expansion on there.
Yeah.
What else happened Friday? Brandon called we needed food, so Brandon just called the pizza place and just says, I just need one of every pizza. And then I'm like, oh, wait up, Jonathan's here. He's like, make a bunch of them vegetarian. And just like hangs up the phone. So like, we got like 50 vegetarian pizzas. So that was cool. And those pizzas were like, he literally like 50 of them for like 20 people.
Dude, there were so many pizzas, which turned out good because I was drunk and I just kept eating.
Is there?
Yeah, but there was so much crap I didn't like though. It was all freaking just endless veggie options and the triple mushroom supreme, and I'm just like, what is this? I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get a little drunker here.
Jonathan's here. Like literally, he said that to the pizza guy.
He told the pizza guy that Jonathan was here.
And I'm like, okay. Yeah, there's like one pizza with meat, a lot, but hey, dude, that's cool. I think maybe Ben's vegetarian. They all got hooked up. Yeah, we had food for everybody.
Yeah. I know it was like the drunk food of the night because the next morning I go in the kitchen and make a big pot of coffee, get it going, and there's like a sausage here, pepperoni here, pizza sauce strung across the floor. I was like, oh shit.
You know, it's a small town. I bet Brandon tells people that he knows a vegetarian, and they're like, "Oh wow, you do?" You know, like
You really know one of them?
you know someone that only eats vegetables?
Yeah.
Wow. What's his name? And then you just call the place like Jonathan guy's there. All right.
We got some of them woke people over there in that house. They don't eat meat.
It is a small town. I saw some weird stuff leaving there. Real weird houses and stuff, but it's
like the perfect secluded area there. That was great.
Maybe just Ohio that's weird, but it is the perfect spot for an event because it's just right in the freaking middle.
Yep.
So we did have one small miss. We had an Akron Legionnaire on the playmat, and none of the guys from Akron showed up.
That's okay. It's still just like a city. It's literally named Akron. So
Yeah, I know. I actually thought those guys were going to be key, so I was a little sad not to see them.
Yeah.
But the Canton Brownies showed up, and those guys were pretty legit, man.
Yeah.
They created a team just for this. Like, we need a team. Like, yep. So they're like, we're not on one. Like, make one. Like, all right. They had a stamp. They had everything. They were the only ones I actually have all 3 deck photos from.
yeah, but dude, the Cleveland Rocks were insane. Kyle Wells is playing a really good deck, red white. Raj is insane. Yeah, that was what was the other dude? He's playing mono green. What was his name? I don't remember his name for some reason. He was super good too. The Cleveland Rocks crushed, dude. The whole event. They sent an assassin the night before.
Yeah, so we started the day Saturday with those guys like up by quite a bit. I don't even remember where they were the start of morning one, but they're the start of Saturday morning. But they had a good handle on us.
Yeah, they had a solid lead, but it was still like anybody's game, I think.
It was, yeah. We had whoever won the main event got 300 points, and so I think after the first night they were like they had 100 something anyhow, didn't they? 140 maybe after the first night, and we were like 85 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
They really had a similar strategy as Team Barbarian, me, Steven, and Brandon, but they had a control player, Raja. That was like, because I think they had pink weenie. I was on white weenie. Oh, dang, you got the shirt on. Nice. So they were on pink weenie. I was on white weenie. And then they had a mono green player, and you were playing green black. And then they just had a control player other than goblins. And I feel like Brandon, I actually almost, dude, goblins were super good. I wouldn't say not to play goblins. Brandon was crushing this event, actually.
Well, before we,
yeah, okay, I forgot. I was thinking of the straight tournament now. I forgot we did this before.
Yeah, so before the tournament, I wanted to do this the night before, but we snuck it in Saturday morning. The bullshit draft is Steven calls it. Man, I had such a good variety of packs, just little bits of everything. And a lot of people had never played before. They were just showing up. We're like, Jim, get in here quick. And so everybody drafted. We draft 3, 4, 5 pack. I guess we drafted 5 packs each or something.
Something like
4 packs.
That. It's kind of weird because like some of those packs would have like 30 cards in it, and some packs would have like 2.
Yeah, they had like 6 cards in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So I'm gonna do a mini episode. We taped the stories afterwards. I've missed the first couple, but I'll do a small podcast about it because some of those were pretty solid builds when we were done. I think it's a big hit. I love the whole concept and the format. I wish it was like a regular game. You just play. I debated on doing it with the family, but I think it's a lot more funny with a bunch of dudes saying inappropriate stuff. It's hard to beat that.
I didn't think that I'd like the bullshit draft thing, but the 2 times I've done it, it has been solidly fun.
Yeah, I mean, whose dick was like a howitzer? And
that was
Ross Perot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross Perot's dick was. What was that?
Fucking leaving bitches looking like what was it? Like missile victims or something like that. I can't remember.
Dude, I wouldn't even play this without Jason. Jason's always the funniest player on this stupid game. This game was rough for me, man.
Pretty good.
I slept like 4 hours before, and then like wake up and you guys are like, "Let's do this." I'm like, "What, dude?" So I'm like barely awake, and I started telling my story. I'm done. I don't even know what I was doing when I was pulling these cards. And then I started drinking again, and I was fine. I should have just drank a beer before doing this, but 4 hours of sleep. It was, dude. The Friday was insane.
Friday was rough.
We did this at like 9 in the morning or something. I'm like, what?
I woke up on Saturday at like 8, and I was feeling like absolute ass. So I just opened that bottle of Angel's Envy that I had and just started pouring glasses of it. And by the time I did this thing, I started feeling better. But it ended up being a mistake because during the tournament, I got so drunk. I was just like playing against Raja. He's just like doing all this shit. And at one point, I'm just like, you know what? I don't even feel like playing this anymore. I had to walk away.
Can't play cards anymore.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm having fun. I thought you were having. I was like, no, I'm just really drunk and I don't feel like putting up with this. So.
Yeah, you kept questioning yourself later in the day, like, why did I drink an entire bottle of Angel's Envy?
Like 9 in the morning because you told him that we're gonna do the bullshit draft at 9 in the morning. I did the same way. I'm like, holy shit, man. Okay.
Yeah, bullshit draft was happening at like 11 o'clock. Wasn't that early? Because as soon as it was done, we fired the event. Like people were showing up.
Dude, I was casting like 9 blue spells in the mono green event till 5 in the morning the night before, though. It was rough.
Well, this is true.
It was early enough that I drank an entire bottle of Angel's Envy, and then by the time we got like,
look at Jason's
night,
glass. He's got a. Well, it looks like iced tea. That's just straight whiskey, straight bourbon. It's like, yep.
Dude's drinking you're drinking an energy drink, and he's got a glass of whiskey the size of your energy drink next to it.
I'll be back.
Dude, I like that honey mead. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. It's always good.
Oh, here's a couple more pictures from the. Hang on, here's some little Korean kid. Let's see. I think was this? Yeah, this was my deck here. So Marilyn Monroe was single, or she got it. Oh yeah, she was married to Bill Clinton, and then he got a divorce, and the government decided to try to find her the perfect man. So I was drafting all the man cards, all these different good-looking men in suits and New Kids on the Block guys and everything. I thought I'd have something there, and then we put them all in an arena and had them fight to the death, and it worked out pretty. I had a decent storyline going. I think somebody gave me a coin.
Nice. I did not get a coin.
Uh, hard to say what was going on there.
That was the
So-
story about guys running soul rings and sideboards.
Oh yeah.
That was my story, wasn't it? I think that was what I was gonna tell the story as. Dude needed a soul ring and a sideboard, dude. Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, that was your story. That's what it was. Now I remember. Yeah.
Dude, Eric sent me a text like a week before the event, like, "Hey man, I really want to use the soul ring." I was like, "All right, dude, it's whatever." And then he sent me a deck picture, and it's in the fucking sideboard. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, so here's Eric's deck. I got it pulled up. Your mono white. But yeah, your sideboard plan was that 4 Sarahs?
Yes, sir. That's why I needed the soul ring. My deck doesn't need soul ring at all main board, but if I bring in 4 Sarah, then I really need it.
And then, sorry, this was the other
What
deck.
is
I don't,
going on? And it's his jaw dropped. Oh, wait, this is a magic deck. My man's got the most insane altered deck ever.
yeah, I thought this was the bullshit draft deck. Dang, yeah, this is,
It's definitely a bullshit deck. Love it,
This deck was crushing, dude.
dude. The fucking 2 Whirling Dervish main board was killing it that day.
Yeah, and I saw you drop Ashes to Ashes a decent amount, and that was a pretty powerful one of, honestly.
Oh yeah. Ashes to Ashes came in clutch a few times.
That
you
card
own
is
4 Juzam? Or this
Yeah.
proxy?
Proxy, and then
Okay.
the Berserks.
And small disclaimer, I've been so tired, sick, and busy. I still haven't even sent the money we raised to the charity. I've not forgotten.
Fucking people starving out there, dude.
I know. I know, like, I was gonna send $200 to cover everything, and I just haven't done it. It's been rough, man. It's been a little rough period, but it's not been forgotten.
Dude, the dirt that guy's been saying to us. You're the Evan Hand steal shit.
Yeah, man.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, because
Don't even
somebody
send it.
Venmoed me
Why
like
would you
$60.
send it, dude? It's free money. Why did they give us money? We steal it, dude. Just kidding.
Yeah.
The Evan Hand stealing charity money. That'd be a great rumor.
I mean,
I
that's
was
par
gonna
for
do
the
it before the
course, right?
podcast
What the
started,
Evan
but
Hand?
wallet's upstairs, so didn't happen.
That's so funny, dude. That's awful.
I'm going to. It goes up every time I forget. I like keep adding a little more. I feel a little more guilty about it.
Just
They're gonna get
imagine
like
some,
$2,000 when it's said and
some-
done.
When I finally get to it, I
Child.
hope not.
yeah, there's some child out there that's like, Mom, when will we eat? And she's, the Evan Hand's gonna send that money soon.
Yeah.
Hey, we're still posted in Nyla's elementary school for having the highest charity thing from last year.
That's absurd that we are, honestly. That's pretty cool. Dude, yeah, starving kids are like, wasn't the Battle of Ohio a month ago?
Yeah.
Man,
War is hell, kid.
yeah. The battle was gnarly.
So sorry to the starving people of Ohio. You're not forgotten. You're just gonna have to wait a little longer.
The wallet's upstairs.
I can't walk all the way upstairs just because
I-
you're starving. I'm sorry.
Sorry, kid, but you know it's a big house. So.
Yeah, it's a long way up there. That's well, I don't have Brandon's deck, but he was on Mono Red Goblins, right? And he did good for the day, didn't he? He was
Dude,
like,
I think we all did good. I can't even believe that, honestly, that we lost. Like, we were like broing out, like, just like, dude, we just kicked their ass over and over again the whole time.
the whole event was really tight. It was all down to just individual.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
us and Cleveland Rocks were like pretty tied, right? Like the Ebon Hand and the Cleveland Rocks, pretty much. Were super
And
tight.
Columbus.
Oh, really? Man,
Yeah.
I can't believe that because we were just like dropping people, weren't we? I felt like.
So for
were
second
just
place,
waiting.
the Columbus guys get second place by one. Like they had an equal number of wins and losses, but they had one more, like 2-0 versus a 2-1. It was that close. It was 1 point different between second and third place.
Dude, I looked at Brandon's hand one time, and he had like his opponent at 12, and he had 4 lightning bolts in his hand. And Brandon just looks at me like, gives me a smile, and I'm just like, no freaking way, my man! Like, crush that dude. Imagine being at 12, feeling like, oh, dude, I'm doing. The Goblins players got 3 mountains and a goblin flying balloon brigade out, whatever. It just kill him in one turn. It was the greatest thing ever.
Well,
He was on fire. He
it's
would
good
go
to
like,
see you learn to hold a bolt. That's cool.
dude, he was crushing. Seriously. I felt
Brandon's
like we were
great too
doing-
because he's always like, so if I fork that fireball, then you would die first, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's always like, he just sort of acts like he's sort of questioning it. Like, yeah.
You know, so if I have 4 goblins and 4 goblin grenades, that's 20 damage, right? He's like, yeah, bro.
Yep.
that's
Yes,
20.
it is.
Yeah, he was on fire, dude. Literally.
Dude, he was playing the stuff at the right time that day, which was great.
He was, dude. He was crushing. We were all dude, Team Barbarian for life. We were I feel like we should have won, dude. We won in reality. They cheated. Which we can get on to later.
And right here, let me just share a quick shot of couple of. I mean, look, you guys are like twins.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Here, let's
So I
check
was
out
wearing a
the.
super small shirt. We got for some reason one really small shirt, and I had to take the humility of wearing it. That sucked the whole day.
Show off the guns, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, show off the 30 beers I drank the night before in the gut, dude. Woke up
So
like,
this
damn,
is,
did I eat 4 pizzas last night? Yes, I did. Now I gotta wear this medium shirt.
Strap into an extra medium and enjoy it.
Got another pizza? Yeah, it was good. I didn't care.
This is the Canton guys. So I got their 3 decks pulled up here. I don't know who played what though.
I think I played against this one. I can't remember everybody's name because I'm terrible at names. But
So
Yeah,
did
but
you,
I mean,
right? Steven,
4
you played
hippies, hymns. I mean, this was less. I thought it was a solid build. He's got the Icy Manipulator Royal Assassin combo in there, balance, a couple swords, land tax. I mean, he's got a little bit of everything. If things go right, this is unbeatable.
Dude, Spirit Link Juzam is a deck I've not messed with, but I know it's insane. Spirit Link's crazy good.
yeah, this is the one. So I was playing against this deck, and so I won game 1, and then in game 2 he sided in Lord of the Pits because I was playing a bunch of flyers, and then for some stupid ass reason, like half a bottle in on this Angel's Envy, he plays Lord of the Pit, and then I control magic it.
Yeah, that was probably the worst play I'd seen in the entire day. Gonna be honest.
There and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do that for? Is this thing's just like wailing on me and I can't do anything? So it's like, well, I guess I fucking lose this game.
Did he
So-
spirit link it then too?
Yeah, he spirit linked it.
Wow.
So yeah, so I handily lost the second game because I'm a
Dang.
idiot apparently.
I never thought of that. So does Lord of the Pit become tapped if you don't sacrifice a creature? Or do you just
Yeah, I
you-
think he does. You may still attack.
No, it doesn't
So he
count.
doesn't.
Dang, Spirit Link Lord of the Pit is a sweet deck.
Yeah, it was really dumb. Like I don't know why well, whatever. I know why I did it. So yeah.
It was fun hearing you just sort of figure it out. You're like, wait, this is a bad idea, right? I'm
The
like,
moment,
yeah,
I
this is.
had- the moment it came over on my side of the table, I was like, wait, this is real dumb. I think I even had like a swords or something in my hand. Like, I don't know why the fuck I did that.
Well, you had a Sarah Angel out, didn't you? You had to like, you're like, oh yeah, I guess I sacrificed the Sarah Angel to the Lord of the Pit. All right.
It was
And then,
it was so
like-
dumb. But anyway, I won the third game, so whatever.
yeah, you got there. See, deck 2, I think I might have played against this. Pretty typical low to the ground green.
Yeah,
like the
that,
Four
that
Ice
was Cleveland
Storms.
Rocks, right? Cleveland Rocks deck.
This is the Canton guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was the other Canton Brownies deck. 3 pendle waving. All these 1/1, some spinning
Good
slugs.
Seems like solid bottle green, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Two city in a bottle. 4 dervish in the side.
Hey, real quick, the last deck, the black-white deck, Steven, you played against him round 1, right?
No,
you
I
just-
played against that mono green deck.
Oh,
I played
That's
against
the
this
dude
round
that got
one.
real close to getting me. He's wearing the gray Magic shirt, sweatshirt.
dang,
Yeah.
okay.
I played against that black white deck round 1. We played against the Brownies round 1. I know that. My memory is still working at that point.
Dude, this
I
dude
didn't
was
see this
cool.
one. I think he used this to beat down Jonathan, if I recall.
This dude was really cool, though. He was the one that had the fundraiser. His name was like Drunk Yeti or something. He
Yeah,
was
Drunk
Drunk
Yeti.
Wookie, the
Yeah.
fireball guy.
Yeah, he had the craziest
okay.
fireball collection. Dang, he got a cool Wheel of Fortune by the Librarian of Lang. That's cool.
So let's talk a minute about his his fireball collection. I never knew that was a thing, but he literally owns one of every fireball ever printed. And that is every set, every language. And it was a huge binder. I mean, you see, you just flip through the first, there'd be like 4 pages of Korean and then another 4 pages of Russian. And then it just went on and on and on. And he had every fireball, all the weird miskits. I mean, just the most bizarre collection. And he had won at some event, like the most complete collection award. He had that in the back. But that thing was super cool. It was all the new ones, foil, not foil, the inverted colors. And he just went on. I'd never seen anyone do that. And with a card like Fireball, I don't know if
He
that's one of
does
the
have
most
his
printed
own-
ones ever or not, but
The fireball guy stamp where he numbers the fireballs he gives away.
Yeah, I got one. I got like number 990 or something. Very cool, dude. Yeah, that was a cool collection. He's the dude that had the fundraiser too. I like his deck a lot, dude. Just like a mono red deck that's dropping the Blood Moon with Mountain Yeti and Yedwin of Freets.
should I
I've
just
always
send him a
thought-
Fireball instead of the donation, you think? Or
He'd be cool with that.
all right.
The Sisters of the Flame is a good red card, dude. It's a 2/2 for 3 that taps for a red. Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably underplayed.
It really is. Although, here's my problem with like a deck like this, and this is what I always have a trouble with red with, is like everything costs 3. I hate that about red. Like Ball Lightning, Yedwin, Sister of the Flame, Disharmony, Blood Moon, everything costs that. Shooting Star. It's like, you know
Dude,
what I
it
mean?
helps if you got a soul ring in Maine.
Soul Ring makes it so crazy. Yeah. Does he have Soul Ring in the sideboard?
He does have Soul Ring. Now it's here in the sideboard.
Yeah, the Soul Ring is very much needed. But again, like a lot of the cards are like red though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super sweet deck. Mountain Yeti is a crazy good card, dude. Pro White is just like I've played White for the last like 3 years. So to me, that's like the best card in old school. Like no one's playing Mountain Yeti. What the hell's wrong with them? But it really is a good card.
3/3 is pretty solid. I mean, it still does the bolt, but
But it's unblockable under a Blood Moon.
oh yeah.
If I were to play this deck, I think Immolation's pretty sick because you could put it on the Mountain Yeti and then you could put it on the Yedwin and use it to kill stuff.
Yeah, Immolation's very cool.
That would be a cool card in this deck. I'm not saying that it's better than any of the cards he has. That's just like where my mind goes with a deck like this. He probably knows more than what he's doing than what I do, but
Yeah, I like those guys. I hope to see the Canton Brownies back next year, man. Good group.
Raj.
So this is Rogers from Cleveland. He's always got a pimped out, everything signed. It looks like his Mirror Universes weren't signed. He's got, what do you run, 3 mirrors? It's like a mirror fireball, right?
Yeah, it's mirror ball deck.
What's with the white border fireballs?
What the heck, Roger, dude?
I guess they're signed, but I mean, I think I have those in my box for new players. It's weird. Everything else
Alright,
here
dude,
costs
he's
more
got
than my house.
His deck is pimp, dude. That's probably like signed by Richard Garfield and Mark Teton or something.
I got Richard Garfield's semen on the backside or something.
My boy Raja, sorry to disrespect you like that.
So he's got 3 drop of honey. Did anyone see those? That's pretty cool.
I'm sure he brought him in against me. I didn't see him though.
3 red elemental blast. 2 blue. But yeah, I mean it. And then
Kyle Wells, dude. This deck was sick.
so I like his deck. He's got 4 red elemental blast in the sideboard. Handy.
Wait, really?
Wait a minute, what? What happened?
So if he has 4, how
He
many
has
does Raja
4
have?
and Raja has 3. That's 7. Doesn't seem right.
Who won this event? I forget.
Oh, they won. They won with this.
How many circle? Just out of like as a joke, how many circle protection reds did they?
Let's see. Let's see.
Raja
5 in his
four.
deck and none over here. So yeah, that's the asterisk that there was. We were reviewing deck photos. We're like, wait a minute, that's not right. And I don't know. I think I would. The only difference, I know that Raja used the shit out of him when in his game against Jason, but I also know that if they were gonna truly follow the rules, this guy wasn't getting him. Raja's keeping him. So I don't know that it mattered that much.
No, and that's the whole thing. Like when I saw it, and I mentioned it in the group chat after we came home or whatever, it was like, it's not that big of a deal, but it had to be said that, hey, there's a problem with these deck lists, and I don't know if
But I don't have their 3rd deck, so I don't know I don't know how many's in that.
It's like exactly. It was mono green with 4 red blasts on the side. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, just to kind of put a bow on it, I think at the end of the day, this is the right thing to do, right? We said, okay, well, it's not like we think anybody was intentionally cheating or anything like that, because
Oh, they were freaking out. They felt bad about it too.
Yeah,
Those guys
yeah,
were...
they like felt bad about it, and it's not that big of a deal, but there does need to be an asterisk.
They would have
there
submitted deck photos if they were cheating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't.
they wouldn't cheat.
Nobody thinks that, but at the end of the day, everybody plays by the same rules, so there has to be that asterisk there. But
And I feel better if I got an excuse as to why I lost,
Dude, and
So-
we now just have infinite like beef with them to just constantly be like, yo, how many red blasts are in your sideboard? I love that I get to screw with Raja for the rest of my life about this.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's actually worth it. I actually photoshopped these in. He didn't even realize it.
Yeah, we should have photoshopped like the next deck photo is just like 60 red blasts. No, what the hell here?
And then here's their 3rd deck photo right here.
5 red
The
blasts.
3rd guy was on a Mirror Universe Fireball deck.
And as we know by Brian Wiseman, you don't submit your deck photo when you cheat, guys. Or wait, no, he did submit the deck photo, but it was different than what he was playing in the tournament. That's what it was.
Right, yeah, that's where he got in trouble because
Yeah.
his deck photo had 1 cop red, and someone had a photo of the tournament and he had 2 cop reds out. I was like, how'd that work?
Yeah.
Oh, we know how that works. Dude, that guy, he is not that guy is the biggest cheater. Come on.
Well, that's such a. I mean, he's been around forever. If you know how to cheat, you just run a 30 or 40 card sideboard. It's easy. It's a classic.
It's a
Classic
classic
cheat.
cheating move, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's such a
it
veteran.
really
He should be
does.
allowed to cheat like that. Jesus, man.
That
Put in his
really
time.
does suck. 'Cause, like all those dudes that just have like all the alpha cards and the magic artwork and stuff, they're not part of the community, but they're so prideful that are literally willing to cheat. To be like, I'm part of the old school community. Like, see, I'm so good at the deck. And like, dude, you're playing a 40 card sideboard. Okay. Just come to the battle for Ohio and drink with me and Steven, dude. That's old school, not cheating with cop red. What the hell?
All right, so
Ugly
we'll
as
move
heck.
past the
Everyone talks
asterisk.
shit on this deck. Ben, go back to Ben's deck. What the hell were them factories, dude?
Well, that's part of it. So he paid me for using them as proxies. That's why I gotta make the donation. He gave me $5 for each proxy.
Yeah.
So he paid the $20.
Look at how ugly those are, dude.
He should pay triple because aren't they like foil or something?
Yeah, they're foil, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, what are you doing, dude? His deck was good.
I played against this round 2, I believe. Yeah, I played against this round 2.
I played around 1. I crushed it though. I know how to play against these decks with my deck. I just play Crusade before I play creatures. So then if I have a White Knight with Crusade, I can kill Juggernaut. And then if I have like 2 Crusades, Trike is awful and disenchant the Sushi or just block it with a big White Knight. And it's just I know the threats in the deck. Yeah, you're playing like 4. Yeah, just it's easy to know. Easy to beat this deck.
Yeah, the blue-white flyers went.
So I was on shops too, but see, I initially had started out black blue, but yeah, playing against Eric's white deck, I couldn't beat it to save my life. So that's part of the reason I gave up on it.
When I said it was easy, it's because I practice against you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up just going way stronger on black to get the Hymn to Torok, and just a stronger black, a little more consistent mana base. And I'm glad I did. I don't think the copies did that much.
The Abyss is way good.
It played well. The Abyss was good, but I was against that mono green dude, and he dropped like 2 Dervish on me. I'm like, oh man, like I don't even know that he knew I had Abyss. He just brought him in.
How was Howling Mine Relic Barrier?
Yeah, and I don't know that I love that either. It didn't. I mean, it did win me some games when it was working, but I think what ended up happening was I would just play Howling Mine raw, and then my opponent would draw more cards and win. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bad player.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't know. It seems a little counterintuitive to have like Howling Mine and him in the same deck.
Well, I mean, you really want you really want to tap it down with ices or the that's when it was. I mean, there were games where I was just drawing 2 or 3 cards to their 1 every time, and I did win those just through attrition. So I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, Ben did pretty decent too. Similar setup, a lot of the same crap, just blue instead. And he seemed to like it, but.
What was your sideboard playing, Dad? You always do something weird in your sideboard.
Yeah, I was more, well, yeah, people give me a lot of shit about, what's the Yawgmoth. Jesus. Jason looked over, he's like, what the fuck is that? It's really encouraging. It really intimidates your opponent when your teammates freaking out.
Why would you play that as 3 slots? I play like 2 or 3 bad sideboard cards, but not the same card 3 times. No, dude, that card's good. That card's bad.
I don't know when it's working, man. It's so strong. It's just what stops it? Nothing.
You just played against Sarah Angel decks, right?
Yeah, Sarah's and Mahamodi's and Big Blue and stuff like that.
Trike is really good, but it actually sucks against some decks. Not every deck. You would just replace the Trikes with that, or what?
Yeah, or the Tetravis. And
Tetravis.
Jason and I were talking about that on the ride home in his drunken stupor as he was recovering. He's like, Tetravis is not that good. And it really wasn't that strong. I think there's better options. I mean, in full-on shops, it's decent, but I don't know how many did... Yeah, so even... Ben only ran 2. That's probably the right number.
I like it with Lord of the Pit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Lone Angel. That's the most badass combo ever.
Yeah, it's got to be something more like that. Just by itself, it just ends up being a 6-drop 4/4 that dies of disenchant.
Yeah, I mean, I always see, like, when I was playing against Ben, he'd like tap 6, and I'd be like, oh fuck, here comes a Trike, and then it'd be like Tetravis. It's like, oh, okay, never mind.
I think it's actually pretty good, but only because I know I play Sarah Angel so much that I actually kind of fear that card.
I mean,
And even then, it's a trade. You might as well play Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't
I
as
don't
impressed
trade.
with it as I'd hoped.
I just want to kill you with Sarah. I do not want to trade with you at all.
if you could split it up, so like if you could like break the little tetravites off, like at instant speed or something, it would be fucking great. But it's I don't know.
I think it's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I think that card's pretty good. I don't know. I don't think
It's
4 is
okay.
right.
It's just not as powerful as you think. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually play serious this event and get serious cards. I don't know. It's just okay. Give it a B
Yep.
plus. It's not a.
I don't think it's a 4 of. I mean, you're only playing 3 Ices and 4 of that. That's a mistake. You could probably go 4 Ices, 3 Tetravis.
Yeah, I probably would have went 2 Tetris and
Dude,
yeah, 4
Ices, like-
Ices maybe.
Icy's the best workshop card there ever was. Like I just literally will scoop. If you play workshop, Mox, Icy turn 1. I'm sorry, I'm done. See you next game.
Yeah, so I did all right, pretty even for the day. Let's see. This was Jason's deck. It's a little.
Beautiful deck photo, Jason. Wow, dude.
Dude, this was like probably a quarter of a bottle in. I just slapped all that shit on the table and took a
He
picture.
found the brightest light in the room and said, "I'm putting it right here."
Yeah.
Like
He
I
had the
like.
flash on, probably.
Yeah, you've given like usually people put the cool copy on top. Like you've got the black border James Day tome behind the 4th edition James Day tome. That's badass, dude. Like
We know
let's
that.
rep the 4th edition.
He's got the
tome,
white
dude.
border counter on top of the black one.
Like a beta counterspell. It's behind a 4th edition counterspell. This is no fun, dude.
We don't care.
Like the glare is so bad. I have no idea what land you played.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the master plan.
Yeah, dude, that is badass.
Yeah, but this deck was great. I couldn't tell you what's in it, but it's great.
Dude, this deck builds itself. You take the card Moat and you say, okay, what are the best flyers? And you build this deck.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Yeah,
a
Armageddon
bad.
was destroying. Armageddon was devastating. You just play as Sarah
Oh,
and
yeah.
Armageddon.
Oh,
Call it
yeah.
a day.
It's so
This-
gross, dude.
This deck was great. It went. I guess my record with it was 2 solid wins. I don't even know if I finished 3 rounds against Raj before I just like drunkenly said I'm done. And then I didn't even play the last round because I just forgot.
Well, it didn't matter. That's what.
Yeah.
And so that was the same
You're
thing. I
gonna
was like,
play me.
even if you 2-0'd, we were still in the same position. I was like, ah. But like I said, everything was the scores were all so damn close. But yeah, you were like Raj had taken the life from you and sucked you dry, and you were just like, I think I just quit.
Yeah, because like the first game against Raj, it was like I think I won the first game pretty well, and so I was like, okay, well, yeah, we can do this. And then it was like he started sodding in like red blasts, and it was just one of those games where like he would go and do nothing, and then I would go and do nothing, and whenever he would try to do something, I'd just like counter it or disenchant it. And then like whenever I'd do something, he'd just kill it, and it's just like, man. This is taking for fucking ever. And I'm really drunk and I don't feel like messing with it. So yeah, I think like I won 1, he won 1, and then I just said I'm done. You got it.
Yeah. So
But
Angels
there's a-
Envy won that one.
yeah, but it's a super sweet deck. Like I'd never played like the flyers. Normally I play this deck and instead of those flyers, there's like millstones and Field of Dreams. But this was super fun. I'll probably never play it again.
Still good though.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
play a deck if I was in the more serious old school. That's probably a deck I'd play. I really like that deck. I've played similar decks. And I play against mostly my dad, and he gets pissed every time I do.
I mean, it's just like a really good feeling in old school when you like slap down Ma Modi or something like that, and you follow it up with a Armageddon.
Or you got a counter spell to back it up and like a disenchant swords in hand. Yeah, that feels badass.
Talk about badass. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he did not submit a deck photo, but you don't need to. He just submitted this.
Nice.
Right.
He's the
That's all
wood
you need to
element
know.
champion.
He is the Wood Elemental champion. He got his deck is similar on that. Like I think we finished that event over a year ago. I finally got him his playmat.
Dude, it's so cool though. It's way worth the wait.
It was pretty cool. I mean that whole Wood Elemental champion devolved into the deck with the Wood Elemental in it. That's what which was inevitable, I guess, when you think about it. I don't think we bring it back. I think he's just the lifelong champion.
Yeah, it's done. Next up will be the Kobolds champion or something stupid, yeah. Dude,
So
that was
those were the deck photos I have. Then we kind of ended the day. Cleveland guys took first on the overall event and first during the three-headed giant. So Edmund Hand actually got second place for the weekend, but third place on the three-headed thing. So, but Columbus guys were really happy.
Ben's
It was
a goof.
super,
We hate you,
super
Ben.
fun again.
We love to hate you.
This was a pretty epic moment
Look
right
at
here.
Brandon's hand, dude. He's stacked. Brandon was unstoppable, dude.
Well, he's down to he only runs like 11 mountains, right? He's always like these freaking pesky lands.
He he hates lands more than
He
any
hates
land
lands,
else.
man. He's just always cutting another land.
It's crazy, dude. It is insane. This like he just has this shirt. No, his new hat just says it's like some weird like company that probably sells like insurance or something. Just called Straight Red or something. Like the dude only likes red.
So what was the card he pulled? So Brandon always for those that are for our poor fans, Brandon always plays red. That's kind of his thing. He always has. And so there was a pack of that.
No, dude, this is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's upstairs. He's got a good buzz. He grabs a pack of Hyperborea. He rips it open without looking. He licks the card, slaps it on his forehead, and said, "Whatever this is me, right?"
Yeah, dude, like we literally had just like, yeah, he was like, Team Bar. Like, we were getting a little rowdy, not gonna lie. Like, we were getting a little bit rowdy, and this is about like 3:00 in the day. So we probably both have drank like 10 beers or something, plus the night before. So we're getting a little crazy, and he's like, Hyperborean Gates. I'm gonna open up the card that's like, because I had opened up a card called like Eric the something, like Eric the Destroyer or something. And it was even spelled like how my name is. So I'm like, oh, sweet, check it out. Like, it's Eric the Destroyer. He's like, here, I'm going to open up me. Takes the card, sticks it, sticks it on his forehead, and it's literally called Lightning Bolt. And just the artwork of a lightning bolt.
Yeah, was that what it was? Or it was something. It was a little different though, wasn't it? It wasn't quite Lightning Bolt. It was like Lightning God or something.
It was, yeah, it maybe, yeah, something like that. Something, but it had
was
like
something lightning.
It was crazy, dude, because it was so wild. Yeah, that dude is mono red incarnated. And that's just how he rolls. Like he puts one mana of thought. He's like, one of every pizza. Oh crap, Jonathan's here. Make him vegetarian. You know, like he just rolls mono red style. Like does not need to give that much thought. He's got better things to do. Yeah, Brandon's the guy. Dude, honestly, it was so nice of him to host that event for us.
Yeah, it was a cool spot, and we were like, "Well, we can go somewhere else next year. Like, can we just do it here?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can do it here again." Like, all right.
It's a good event, dude. It's such a good spot for it.
Man, I'm trying to find this Hyperborea Gates card. It was like the greatest name ever. I said I was going to call him that forever, and I can't remember what the hell it was called. Man, Hyperborea Gates that's a card game, man.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was typed in Hyperborean Gates cards, like lightning or something. Just
Yeah,
see
it's
if I
something
can
lightning. It really was. I just can't find it.
try to
It was
pull it up, and
crazy,
it's
dude.
just a bunch of half naked chicks. I don't know what's going on here, so whatever.
What's it called?
Two-
Thunderbolt or something stupid like that?
There was one called Dark Lightning, and then there was one that said like Lightning Corpse.
I mean, the artwork was just, it almost looked identical to Lightning Bolt. Like, it was like Christopher Rush's artwork. And it was just sticking on his face. And it was insane, dude. Oh, man, that's so crazy.
I got to find it for him or get some more boxes of it or something. What is Hyboria Gates? Is this a game you can play? I don't even understand
so.
it.
Oh, it's called Dark Lightning.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, I found it. It's right.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, Hyperborea is if you know, like the song by Led Zeppelin, like We Come from the Land in the Ice and Snow, like Hammer of the Gods. It's talking about like Thor and stuff. It's like where like it's like Antarctica is like cold, but then past Antarctica is where Hyperborea is. Obviously, that doesn't exist, but in like it makes really good fantasy movies and stuff. So it's like super cold, and it's like basically means like the outside world can't get to it. Like Antarctica sucks. So it's this like fantasy world.
What is the most expensive Hyborian Gates?
You
Card
took that
on
one,
eBay.
like, the most expensive. I don't know.
Sort by highest price.
Dark Lightning signed by freaking Richard Garfield.
250 booster packs for $200. That ain't bad.
Yeah, it's a cheap game. The artwork is mostly just naked chicks, but it's pretty sick.
It makes it worth it right there.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of expansions. Dang, serious stuff.
There's
All
only
right.
yeah. There's I'm looking here. So there's a card called the most expensive card I see here is one called Doom Suit, and it's $2. So
Right when Magic came out, a lot of people wanted to profit on that, like that type of thing. So they just started making like, it's kind of like when a movie comes out and they'll like let's say like 10,000 BC the movie came out, and then like some B movie company came out and made like 10 million BC. It's just like this awful movie. So when like Magic came out, like let's make a bunch of like fantasy games.
6-minute
grandmas
ads.
like, no, don't buy Magic. That's too much money for a pack. Buy Hyperborean Gates. You know, like that. A lot of games like that exist. I actually buy those movies for Logan, my 3-year-old. Like I'll buy him B movies of like cars and stuff because if I'm gonna watch a movie with him, I want to laugh. And just like these super badly made like Korean animated movies with the weirdest dialogue ever. Like, no, I hate you. I'll help you. What do you mean? You suck. It's like that's the dialogue of a kid show, you know? So those B movies actually kind of rule. So that's
I'll
what
tell you,
Golden Gates is. Magic B.
If you want to watch something bad, I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole, but I watched Smokey the Bandit 1. Good movie.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's
Pretty
sweet.
solid. Smokey the
Actually,
Bandit 2 is just they should be ashamed. They should have all been killed. It's the worst piece of trash I've ever seen for a sequel. I mean, Burt Reynolds does a backflip onto an elephant. It's just the stuff is so like, what in the hell is going on? I defy you to watch it. It's just some of the worst acting ever. He's pretending to be drunk, but he's just like, oh, I'm just falling over. Yeah. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? And the premise is the worst premise ever. You know, like the first one, they had the certain timeline to go get beer or whatever. So this one, they're like, all right, you got 7 days to get this shipment in Florida and take it somewhere. So for the first 4 days, they just trained Burt Reynolds to get him sober again. So like they had 4 entire days of just like trying to sober him up, and he races a horse and wins. And it's just it's so bad. it was even. I only made it through about 30 minutes of it or something. I got to go back and try to finish it.
You know, another series.
But I don't know how
series-
Smoking the Bandit 2 could be so bad after the first one.
Another series that was like that was you remember the movie Tremors?
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
The first Tremors movie was amazing.
Loved
And
it.
then,
Yeah.
last Halloween, like on one of those streaming channels or whatever, they had like all these like horror movies or whatever, and they had like all like I don't know 6 Tremors movies. So one night I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna watch every single one of these Tremors movies. I started with the first one, and I was like, oh, I remember that. That was good. And then I watched the second one, and it's not like a linear scale. It is just like sharp declines. Every single one of them just get worse and worse. Till I think I got to like Tremors 4 or something. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Terrible.
Brandon was playing some pretty sick. Dude, Brandon had this event unlocked, guys. He had upstairs, he had like 15 TVs. I guess him and his buddies get together and play Xbox as like LAN parties, which I'm so jealous of. But he had like some cool old school fantasy movies playing on all the TVs. Dude had the biggest Bluetooth jukebox I've ever seen in my life. Like this thing would have literally, people would have killed each other for this thing in the 90s, dude. I mean, a legit ghetto blaster that was Bluetooth, blaring like the best metal hits of all times. Like not a single bad song. Fridge full of pizza, dude. Perfect location. It was, dude, what a good event, seriously.
It really was. It was. I mean, there's not really anything else to be said about it. I mean, it was just a good time.
Yeah, they play Gears of War, so three other dudes have all just given him Xboxes. So they got four Xboxes and 4 TVs, so you can do 4-man Gears of War LAN parties. And they'll start out on like easy, and they just keep cranking the difficulty up throughout the day. And
That's sweet.
the more you drink, the harder the levels go.
That's sweet. Yeah, I wish, dude. I wish the Battle for Ohio, man, was just like 2 or 3 times a year. That's like, I don't know. We've almost been quiet because the stories, it's just too epic, guys. You guys had to be there. Sorry, podcast. You gotta just move to Ohio so you can be invited.
Yeah, I
some
did.
Legionnaires.
I did have to turn people away. I don't. There was people that were like, "Hey, where's the details?" I'm like, "Where do you live?" I'm like, "Oh, Pennsylvania." I'm like, "Well, you're missing the point. This is you gotta be in Ohio." Oh, what?
We just now know that Cleveland's the best Magic town in Ohio. That's all.
No.
Full of bunch of fucking cheaters.
Yeah,
That's
we just
what happened.
yeah, cheating.
No,
Don't
they
get
get
drunk in the
caught.
morning.
No, but this is the
Bunch
thing:
of
is next
sober
year when I win, I
know-it-alls.
want Cleveland to say the same thing about me. I accept it. Cleveland's the best. Next year when we win, Cleveland will say, "No, Cincinnati's the best."
Next year, he's
So-
putting 4 soul rings in the side.
Yeah.
No. So
Right, yeah. Now that we know the rules,
it really worked out perfectly because they won with an asterisk, but now they have to don't they have to put it on next year now? So
Yeah, good luck with that. They ain't gonna do that. Well,
they're gonna have Brandon do it, dude. It's like it's too perfect of a location, dude. Like right in the middle of nowhere,
the
the middle of
location.
Ohio.
I mean, even if you have the location, so even if the location's set, there was still a lot of prep work that went ahead of time, you know, to get all the shit and the
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah, they need to get the prize and they need to buy the pizza. Yeah, that's what Cleveland's got to do next year. So you don't even want to win.
well, I kind of asked him. I'm like, "What do you guys get to pick the format for next year?" And like, "I love this format. I ain't changing it." I'm like, "Oh, all right." Yeah, what you got to do? New location? Like, love this location. Like, all right, we'll do it here then. Same format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do love the format. Play with your 7.
What about this? What about Team Unified, but everyone has to play the same deck? So you have to agree with 2 other dudes. Like, no, we're playing goblins, dude. Like, no, I'm gonna be on Brandon's team, so I'm gonna rock goblins, all right? And then I gotta get somebody else that's like, yeah, I want to play goblins with you. Exact deck.
No,
I don't
you're
hate
gonna
that.
run the kobolds.
I don't think I like that at all. I think that's
Yeah, because you guys don't like it is what makes it such a good format, though. Imagine.
I don't know, the Evan Fist. I'd be down to play blue-white control.
Dude, it would be so cool. You choose what the best deck is, and you have 3 other people do it, or 2 other people do it.
I don't think I've ever seen that event. That's pretty cool.
dude, team unified, but everyone. Come on. Yeah, that's next year. Well, they get to decide. I'll pass it along to Roger or something.
Yeah,
That's
pass that along to Roddy. You might be into that.
Yeah,
Dude,
whatever.
imagine you can pick like the best. If you want to play control, you're not just thinking like, yeah, I want to play control. Some other,
Yeah.
you got to pick the best big Giga Chad brains that you know to play it. Who's got the highest IQ of my friends to play control with me? I mean, me, Steven, and Brandon will just play goblins next year. We got to figure
When are we
it out.
going to come up with
We'll
like
have
8
fun
modes?
arguing.
Yeah,
We're going to have some kind of a policy for proxies when,
Yeah,
like,
Well, I mean,
it's not-
I think the policy that we had's fine. You just pitch in
$5 proxy, dude.
yeah, I did like that. Give
And
me
you don't
give
even
me an
gotta-
extra $5 to put in my pocket, and
Yeah,
I'll look the other
So
way.
funny.
Yeah.
The only thing that I will say that we need to get better about when we do these things is setting the timer for the games.
Yeah, I know they'll draw out for sure.
Yeah, really draws out.
Dude, and they always draw out the longest when I get a buy. It's like, guys, like it's been like 2 hours.
I had a
Yeah.
goal to make like sweet swag for the event, so hopefully that played out. Everybody seemed to like everything.
Dude, it was insane. Did you know that I actually took 2 prizes at the end? I did. I don't care. If you're stealing the prize money, I stole 2 of Steven. I'm like, yo, I have to have these 2 altars by Steven. My bad. I couldn't pick.
Yeah, I got some
Sorry.
cool stuff too from it. I got
Dude,
that leprechaun Swords to Plowshare. He's awesome. He's like wearing a green
Dude,
hat and a
This.
that inspired me to alter cards now. Yeah, that was a cool idea.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, Steven brought, how many altars did you bring in total?
Like 16.
Yeah, dude. That was pretty sweet. Hopefully I can start contributing. I want people to like, yeah, if people can come to an event and get like multiple cards, that's the coolest, you know. Because I came walking out of there with a lot of swag, dude. I got the Fireball guy card, your altars, we got the proxies. Dude, Dad, you got a Spellground playmat, and you keep forgetting a playmat every
I know.
time.
That's what I mean. I got all these playmats in my look at my backpack, got none in there. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
how's that
I'm a mess, man. This has been rough. It's been a rough month.
Yeah, it has. Yep.
Dude, I gotta unpack my backpack before tomorrow when me and Jonathan leave for Kumite because I still got all the branching paths stuff shoved into it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you're going to Kumite this weekend? What deck are you playing?
The Unholy Vampire.
Oh, Unholy
Ooh.
Strength. And you're playing like how many Will-O-Wisps? You're playing Will-O-Wisp sideboard, right?
No, there's 2 in main, I think.
Nice.
I don't know. I've tweaked it 3 or 4 times now.
Send me a picture of every round. I want to like so that I can be like, oh dang. I got to go to a kid's soccer game on Saturday. I got all this lame stuff. So, getting the kids a haircut. Send me a bunch of cool photos to remind me what I'm missing out.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's bad. I got my anniversary tomorrow, so
Hey, that's
I
good.
can.
Bad timing. Dude, it's better to have an anniversary than go play Magic. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, you get one anniversary a year. They could have moved the freaking Kumite a little bit.
It doesn't work like that.
All right. Any last thoughts on Battle for Ohio? I think we'll be back at it. I think we got to do it again next year. Definitely a repeat, so that'll be fun.
For sure.
Well, I don't know. I thought we all played pretty good. It was a good time.
I think
wanna
everybody
change-
had a lot of fun. I know I did.
Yeah, dude. I think
I
our
wished I
deck-
didn't have an infected tooth. It was dragging on me on Saturday. Brandon was like, "You all right, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And the whole time, like, my whole face was like all jacked up. I didn't even drink. It was kind of a drag. Next
Yeah.
year, man, I'll be on my game. It's gonna be brutal. No
play white
distractions.
weenie, dude. I didn't have to think. My deck was like piloting by myself, just drinking beers, hanging. Team Barbarian didn't even think. I don't think. I mean, it
Get
was
the
literally like
skull!
draw a card, land, pass, attack, like land, attack, play land of war elf. It was just like the easiest. Yeah, we were just hanging out.
Dude, we were mid game going, hey, you got to drink from this skull.
Yeah, we didn't really even
Here,
like. bring
this
up
is
what
called
we
Viking
did.
blood.
Hold up before the podcast ends. So Team Barbarian were 3 aggro decks. Team Unified, no blue spells at all. That'd be way too cheesy. Soul Rings in the sideboard. We didn't want any big plays. Straight aggro the entire time, and it worked out so well. We were just hanging out the whole time, and people weren't ready, man, because people were probably thinking to themselves, "Oh, like only one deck can play Lion Dib Bolt, only one deck can play that." But no, we spread that out. We spread it out big enough to where
What was cool about our strategy was all 3 of us played something we were very comfortable with. So we could
Yeah,
like bullshit with each other the whole fucking time and play mindlessly almost.
dude, the way we sat too was perfect because like Brandon's playing the smallest stuff. I'm in the middle playing a little bit bigger stuff, and then you're on the other side playing like Sangiers and Juzovs. Like you're playing the bigger stuff. It was like perfect. It was like when you'd be in school like to get your photo taken, they had the big kids stand in the back. It was literally like that lineup. It was perfect, bro. It was so much fun. Yeah, I would not change that. I think if I were to play Team Unified again, I would highly suggest to like everyone else also to not play like control decks to where like you're having to look at your opponent's hand and like be strategic. Instead, look at your opponent's hand and laugh because they've got 4 lightning bolts or they've got like 2 berserks in their hand or something. You know what I mean? Like that was way more fun to just be explosive or just to know that you're gonna like. I could also know if we're gonna die that round. Like I could know by like 5 minutes into the game. It's like, oh, the game I'm playing, I don't need to worry about because my opponents are losing. And they're not going to win this game because they've got like 3 Sarah Angels out. Like when you're playing all aggro, if you're going to win or lose very early. So that was what I think made it so much fun for us. Yeah, it was badass.
I like your idea of 3 of the same deck. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that would be very weird.
There's a lot of thought that goes into that. That's a good event.
You don't have to think anything. Just tell Jason to build your deck. If you're going to do the same teams as this year's. But Jason, build us our deck, man.
Yeah, but then you got to figure like what's everyone else going to play because it's got to be something that everyone's comfortable with. So
Just play the deck, probably, I guess. Workshop.
Everyone on the deck?
Yeah, dude. Wizard tournament. Let's go.
Everyone
Not
on
us.
Mill. Everyone on Mill.
Dude, we're all goblins, dude. Not my team.
On mono black. I don't know. The thing I suggested to Raja, I said we should do old school plus alliances. Not Ice Age, just alliances.
Old
That's a
school
lot of
plus
weird cards. And I don't think anyone's ever done that much, done much in that space.
What about old school plus gate crash?
No.
Nah.
Old
No.
school plus Phyrexia. Oh,
So we'll talk about branching paths like maybe on the next one, but we do have the our event with us coming up where we're using branching paths for EC builds. If we're still doing that.
Yeah. Well, I was just throwing them in some anti decks. I don't know. Is that what we're doing, or are we doing an actual EC? I don't know. I haven't built them yet, so.
Yeah, I think Patrick brought up the idea of we should have like one event with just us for our local meetup, like using
EC plus
cards.
branching paths. I love this branching path stuff, but I want more of it.
I've got
You got
I've got
2
enough
sets,
for a
right?
6-person draft.
Hey, Jason or Steven, do either of you guys have? I have 3 of them. I'm looking for the 4th of the turtle.
Which
1 blue
turtle?
03. Take a look. If you do, I'll trade big for it. I got to get the turtle. I know you don't, Dad.
Nah.
I need it it's the perfect card for Millstone, dude. It's like an improved copy of who is it hiding in there?
I
Somebody
got
has
2 packs.
Oh, dang, it could be in a pack.
Could be in a pack still.
Yeah, I need a 4th really bad.
I bought some more, so we should be all right.
Damn.
Dang, you got 2 full sets, right? Is that what you got?
Yeah, 2 full sets. We can draft these, and everybody will have a few more.
That turtle.
It's going to be a lot more cutthroat drafting it the next time. So just for those that are listening, I bought a 4, play set of all the branching paths, put them into sleeves, and we just sort of drafted them up for keeps. And that's so whatever you pulled, you get to keep. So now it's down to trades to get them back or whatever. And there's some good cards that kind of slip by, I think everybody, honestly, and not know what you're doing, which was kind of
Yeah.
half the fun.
I'm still waiting on my altars from Eric.
Yeah, I got some nice ones. I got really good ones coming, dude, for real.
I kind of found some cool cards playing the draft and all that. So there's things I want, but I gotta trade. So I made a trade
Dude,
binder.
after like seeing the I forget the name of it. It's basically the branching
Hateful
past
Dawn.
chaos orb. Like
that thing's
that
cool.
worked
Yeah, I
out
want one of
well.
those in my cube. So
Yeah,
you
we
flip
can-
it.
Got mine from Auntie. Steven
we
sold
have
mine.
to make like an ebon orb or something because that's like perfect.
Ooh,
That is pretty cool.
An ebon orb and change the way we do it. Dang, from like 3 feet or something. That's cool.
Yeah.
So there's you throw it from 2 feet, and you got to call if it's going to be face up or face down.
Right.
And if you call it correctly, you just kill something. You don't even have to hit it.
Yeah,
You
that's what
just-
I want off of Eric. That's why I was like, oh, I'm waiting on
He
that.
has one, yeah.
Yeah.
I-
So that thing's cool. I like the idea of making some extra ebon stuff to throw in our. Yeah, because the chaos orb effect would be cool, but you gotta flip it with your deck, something like that. Just make it challenging.
Dude, that turtle though, man, I need the 4th. That turtle is the stupidest card. I had 3 of them, and I was like, oh, this turtle is this cute little turtle. I'm gonna draft it to be stupid, but I realized it's really good with Millstone. It's a
What
1
color
mana
is it?
0/3.
Blue?
Yeah, 1 blue for a
Yeah.
0/3.
I only got black and green cards from the draft.
At the start of your turn, you look at your opponent's top card of their deck, and if you want, you can sacrifice the turtle to mill that card. So it's the same exact thing as that enchantment that's like
Field of
Vi-
Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Yeah, it's kind of the same. It's a Field of Dreams, but you don't reveal your own card. And if
Yeah,
you
but you
don't
gotta
like the
sacrifice-
card, if you don't want the card on top, you can kill the turtle. You can kill your own Field of Dreams to mill it. You don't even gotta show
You
your
got
own.
Jason thinking now. His shit's going.
It's crazy. It's a 0/3, dude. It's way good.
I don't know if I like it.
For Ante? Dude, but in Ante you have 40 cards. Do you like Field of Dreams with the deck that plays 40 cards?
Yeah, I guess that's. Wait, our anti decks aren't 40 cards.
Yeah.
No, we bumped him to 60.
Oh, are they? Dude, that's right. I forgot
Anti-decks
we
are 60
did
cards.
60 like a month ago. Like, no, not a month ago. But yeah, we did do that halfway
Oh.
through. That's true. They are 60 cards now.
See, because Field of Dreams, you can see the top card all the time. A turtle only lets you see it
At your upkeep.
at your upkeep.
Yeah, at yours.
Yeah, so that's the problem because like with the Field of Dreams, you get to see it all the time. So like they draw a card, you know what they're drawing. They Ancestral Recall or whatever, you know exactly what they've drawn. So not only do you get to know like what's on their deck, but you also always know what's in their hand.
There's a benefit to it though. You can kill your that it can block. Like you can block Curd Apes and
That's true.
factories.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know how to I don't know the statistics of like it being better compared like that plus it being a
Yeah.
creature. Is it worse being a creature? Does it die more easy? But
I mean honestly, so I think it is worse being a creature, because then like your balance isn't always like just a wrath effect.
Yeah,
I guess.
balance is the best $1 card ever for Ante. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. We are talking Ante though. I don't think anybody's playing Field of Dreams in Ante. So
Exactly. Yeah, I can't afford to put a Field of Dreams. That's why I text you the other day. I'm like, what if you didn't have Field of Dreams in your Millstone deck? And you made a good point. And I'm like, dang, this turtle, my man, this turtle's where it's at. But I need to get one more turtle before I can complete it.
I may have got one because basically as I was getting past shit that wasn't in my archetype, I was just grabbing whatever random cards. I might have one.
What other? I mean, what did you guys get any cards for Ante that would be crazy in the?
Yeah, that one that taps all the creatures. And
But that's not better than Wrath of God.
that, I don't know, man. For what we did,
black,
it worked
though,
out
right?
really good.
It's in black. It's good in draft. because draft you are like
Mhm.
trying to kill with creatures. Like an ante, people are trying to kill you with psionic blast, fireballs, contract from below, and the triple lightning bolt. So Wrath of God's super good in draft. But I don't think that card's good outside of draft because Wrath of God's not. I think Wrath of God's a good card, but it's proven to not be in the top 8s of tournaments often.
I can't even read this fucking card. This one's good. It changes any land to a basic land type of your choice.
So you could turn their land into something?
Tap to change target land into any basic land type of your choice until end of turn. So you get the land walk going.
That is pretty good. Because we're playing with like Ice Age cards, and in Ice Age there's like merfolks with like Mountain Walk and all types of stuff. Or no, there's not a merfolk with Mountain Walk. There's a merfolk with Pro Red. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah, the Sylvan Wisp too. The green Willow Wisp.
Yo, that Will-O-Wisp is insane in Ante. So that card, dude, that deck would be so annoying. 8 Will-O-Wisp. You couldn't kill it. Like you literally couldn't kill it. I've always said Will-O-Wisp is the best card in the Ante format. So yeah, there's also a green one. How many of those green ones did you get, Steven?
3.
Holy shit. So there's only one more floating around.
I think
Do
I
either of
have-
you
I think
I
Greg
think I have the other one.
you have the other
got
one?
Maybe I do. Maybe
Dude,
not.
we should have even opened. I like the idea that there's only 4 of a card. Once we open the other, we should open the other ones and give them back to you because I do like only having the 4. It's been like a
Until
hunt.
you actually try to make a deck. Well, then I guess you just gotta force the trade, right?
Yeah, you got to trade for them.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Wrath of God was super strong, and like you crushed me. I was so far ahead of you, and then you were just like, "Oh yeah, tap all your creatures. They have paralyzed counters on them."
Yeah, that card came in really good. I think against Jason too. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, you did play it against me. It's like
it's a lot of fun. I don't. Let's not get into it tonight. We'll do a whole set review on it. I think that's the thing to do.
yeah.
It's 131 cards in the set.
I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I tried to play Blue Control, which is outside of my range, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I lost pretty bad.
so like this, I threw this in my anti deck. So each player takes the top card of their library without looking at it and places it face down in a pile in front of them. During your upkeep, you sacrifice the Madness Root Market for all players to take the cards from the face down and put them into your hand. So I got this in my Black Vice deck, and I'm just gonna sit there and let people draw, 7, 8 cards, as long as you can. It's an enchant world, and then you crack it, they draw that many, you draw that many, you're gonna draw it on your upkeep, so you're probably gonna hit another Black Vice or 2, and you just kill somebody. So I got 2 of them. That's probably the right amount, and that's one I'm slating in because I've got a blue-red, and I'm going to use that to replace diminishing returns, where we each draw 7. But this thing only costs 2 blue, so it's pretty cool. I mean, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but even if you can get to 5 or 6, and then you draw that many cards, plus they're picking that up, on their upkeep, I don't know.
So
Seems
did you
pretty
see
cool.
a card in that set to make your starfish more viable?
The Starfish deck, I do like that. I don't know. Does it damage to everything or something like that?
Oh, that card's fucking crazy.
Yo, go back to the blue cards real quick, and then go to the keep scrolling. I'm gonna tell you.
They're not all on here. Oh, there it is.
Well, there's my boy, dude. That's me as a card. That's my magic card. I need if anyone's got the 4th one. I need it real bad.
Murmuring Turtle. He
Dude,
looks
that card,
chill too.
dude, he does not care about actually being good at magic at all.
Gives no fucks.
Slow and steady, dude. Yeah, that's my boy. I need a 4th one, dude. Field of Dreams is a creature. But there's a card here. See if it's in there. It's dude. This card is it's honestly, it's a bit. I think. Is that all that they have? Yeah, there it is, dude. Oh, right next to the turtle, dude. This card is insane. This card is so crazy.
It is
Well, it's
really
every
good.
other turn. Yeah, but I mean, it does slow things down tremendously.
Dude,
Pro red, and then if a creature attacks you, it cannot untap as normal during its next untap phase. And then the turn after that, it does untap again.
That'd be good in like a green blue fog kind of beat down, or maybe.
I mean, I guess just in general, it really slows the pace down. I mean, cuts your opponent's stuff in half.
it makes
creature
you
decks.
win twice as fast as your opponent.
I'm trying to find another one of these because I feel like there's something to be had here. Tap any number of untapped creatures and add 3 blue for each creature tapped this way. This was the only thing that was working, and then I was using it to cast some of these big rifting behemoth and stuff like that. So
Dude, there you go. You get a bunch of starfish.
yeah, you use the starfish, you tap those down, crack this beast out.
Or
But
mosquitoes.
this
dude.
guy right here is pretty sweet too. Now all these, they're all island home, a lot of island home, but
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think the island home thing really worked.
well, I'm hoping I can build around it. But that's stuff I'm working on about.
I like
getting
how
all
they
these,
incorporated some HP Lovecraft stuff. That vampire, the third card in the black,
Yeah.
it's got the yeah.
There's like horrors and like scary, weird eldritch monsters and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yo, so that Jason had the coolest, right? Meat catapult with the mosquitoes. That was the sickest combo I ever seen in my life, dude.
Oh
Meat
yeah, he was flinging mosquito tokens with a meat catapult.
You could use the mosquito tokens with tapping them to add 3 blue.
Oh wow.
Because that card is like very easy. Just each player at the start of their turn makes a 1/1 with flying. But then this dude had a meat catapult and was chucking them at people. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a cool set. I love it. I don't know if we could talk to one of those guys from up there or not. If they would come on the pod and help us do a review.
Probably not right now. I'm a Bruins fan. It's the playoffs.
All right, well we'll go easy on Montreal then. Add one last thing, and if we wanted to do it before the pod's up, I was trying to do a top 5, and so I was looking for the top 5 like underplayed but really satisfying cards to play, and they're probably like my cards, but like so this is one like Force Spike. When it works, God, it feels you feel like the king of the world, man. Like, yeah, I played Force Spike, and you never do. I had several of them. Let me see here. I gotta pull it up. I couldn't officially determine a. Whoops, that's not it. An official top 5. But here were the ones I came up with that seemed like all contenders. Like I love Artifact Blast when it works. 1 red, just stop their trike. Avoid Fate is the one that really got me thinking about it, because everybody loves Avoid Fate, and so many times it's just such a shit card. It just does not freaking work. But when it does,
Oh, it feels.
Dude,
when it
enchantment
does, it's so
alteration.
good. But they're always like fucking Wrath of God or something like. You're like, what?
People play it because it makes them feel good. Yeah.
Yeah. These things like make you feel good. Psychic Purge, when they like him you and you have 2 of them, you feel like you just are the greatest world champion ever.
I'm the best Magic player ever made.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one better at Magic than me. Like, I just dealt 10, and he just hit me.
Or you throw a desert in your deck and they're running a bunch of like orders. You're like, oh yeah, I got you covered. I don't know.
So if you're playing against a black deck and you're playing Psychic Purges in your deck, and you draw your opening hand, and your opening hand is like Island, 4 Psychic Purges, and a couple other do-nothing cards. Do you keep that hand just in the event that they like mind twist you for?
And you already know
whatever?
they're playing black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just-
for
just
sure.
completely blow them out, right? I think it's correct. I think the correct
Yeah, 'cause
way
you
is
can
to
get
keep
water
it-
with it.
Yeah, just to keep that terrible fucking hand.
I think
Just
it was.
in the event that you can turn 0, kill somebody.
I guess it would have been the last Winter Derby. I was literally had 2 Psychic Purge in my hand. The guy's on black and he's at 10. And I'm just like, just please hit me. Just please. For the love of God. I've never wanted anything more. Right now, just please hit me. And of course he was like Hypnotic Spectre. Or no, it was just something dumb that just I couldn't do, like a Black Knight or something. I'm like, no, 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 come on, him. You want to hit me? Like right now, it's gonna be so great. And it just didn't happen. And then I die with 2 Psychic Purge in my hand. The other thing that feels great about Psychic Purge is to just kill an order with it. Because it does 1 damage. I think that gets overlooked sometimes by the sweet hand art.
Yeah. It's like
Maybe the
AI
haircut.
generated.
Takes care of ball lightning too. Then.
Sorcery. Nah. Yeah. That's a problem. I don't know. Can you guys think of any other ones that are on this this category of just like I love enchantment alteration when it works. It's so fun to just like move a unstable mutation. You like put it on their creature, they get the -1 counter, and then mid combat you move it to your side, and their bird dies, and you just like blow them out so hard with it, but it just never really
Man.
works.
In all honesty, I took out 3 paralyzed from the Singar Vampire deck and replaced them with Unholy Strength. And since I did that, the Singars have been eating Sarah's alive.
Impossible.
No.
I think another card that belongs in this is like False Orders or whatever.
Yeah, that's a perfect one. Yeah, I love
Yeah, if
false
you can
orders.
pull off like a good False Orders.
Or camouflage.
What does false orders do?
You
So
get
false
to,
order, you decide how things block, right?
Yeah, well, you get to decide how 1 defending creature blocks after blockers have been declared. So you're like, opponent's sitting there and like they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it this way, and you're like false orders and you move one of their blockers.
Or you like, yeah, they give first strike to their order, and then you just dump it in front of your Singar Vampire, so it gives him a counter, and then you blow out their other thing, and it's just false orders 100%. That's a good call, man.
Camouflage is pretty fun. Don't see it much.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually. I don't even know if I own one.
I don't know. They're expensive.
They're weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it either. What's that card where you can play something out of your opponent's hand? That kind of.
Dude, Words of Willing, dude. That card.
Yeah.
That card is so badass.
Word of Command.
Word of Command. Sorry, yeah, that card.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I've
wanted that to be so good, and you just look at their hand and just full of all this crap that can't be played. You're just like,
No, dude, you play Chains of Mephistopheles in your deck, and you play that in there, and you force them to cast Brain Geyser and freaking Ancestral Recall and stuff, dude. That card rules.
These are my wet dreams right here.
Yeah, Word of Command is actually, I think, I was just thinking before you brought this card up, what is the most fun? And I was thinking Force Spike, whatever. But Word of Command in a good scenario would be the most dopamine released from your brain. That is the most dopamine that you could get from a game.
Yeah, you got like 3 Maze of Ith, and you just make them play their Lord of the Pit. And you're just like,
yeah, dude. Word of Command is the card, dude. Do you guys want your dopamine to be fried? Play Word of Command. Actually, you're gonna save up a lot of dopamine because it'll never work. But when it does, man.
So, do you play the card, or do you force the opponent to play the card?
They play it. They just tell them like, you gotta play that card this turn.
Yeah, like, look, bitch. Here's what's going on right now. You're gonna do this.
You have to play your Sarah Angel, like, or whatever. You just look at their hand and you just say you have to play it. So if you have like Chains of Mephistopheles out, you can force them to play Ancestral.
Interesting. It says the spell may not be countered after you've looked at your opponent's hand. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because you can play the best card on counter spell.
Well, they can counter themselves, but they can't even do that if they have a counter. Like,
yeah, Void Fate feels really good when it works. I always play like 1 in a mono green deck, pretty much. Just always 1 and like 1 on the side. Psychic Purge feels great, but dude, Word of Command.
Word of Command. That might be top of the chart.
And it was funny because like you and me were talking about this last week, and I was saying like the power cards feel as good as these two. Like I mean, Mana Drain feels better.
Yeah, but those are good. These are cards that the reason these feel good
Underrated.
is because nobody plays them, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
that's the caveat here. Yeah, and actually like Drop of Honey is kind of in this category because you always want it to be good and it never is. It rarely is. I don't know.
It could
And
be
it feels
good
so
against,
powerful.
against like White Weenie or something. It crushes me, dude. It crushes.
Yeah, it's probably too good to be in this category.
I don't know. What about the Hag Witch, dude? I want that. The Hag. You know who
Brian Hag?
you know what I'm talking about, Dad. You know about
Oh yeah.
dude, she looks cool, dude. The ugliest creature like chilling on a rock, dude. You just want this old woman to be. Yeah, dude. This card looks so sweet. Can you make that card good? If you pulled it, I mean, it could be good. It can like kill your opponent's creature.
Well,
You can lure Brian Hag lure.
yeah, it's rough. I've looked at this.
Wait, Brian Hag Lure, is that a deck?
Can be.
But does it do anything?
Well, it makes all their stuff into 0/2s.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
I mean, you could do it, but I guess why?
Dude, I would go as far as to say, so an expensive card that you just finished the X4 of, Dad.
Dude, you could
put it
run
in this
arena.
category. Put it in this category because it's freaking always destroyed. It's Gauntlet of Might. You just want it to work, but it just can't. It just
Yeah,
it's
this
too
is true,
fragile
but
a card. This is the card. Like you want this card to, dude. Like with this card, I can cast fireballs for 50. Good freaking luck. This card it costs 4 mana and is destroyed every time.
I'm sitting here thinking with that Brian Hag, you can run two arena and make them fight in the arena.
Ooh, fight the Brian Hag. Dude. No,
Ooh.
that's sick, dude.
I wish she
That's-
didn't have to go to the graveyard. I wish she could just survive, but she has to die.
Yeah, if she just like blocks something, like you can make her defense bigger. or
Dude,
something.
play reincarnation on it. Bring it back.
A lot of work, but yeah, I like where your head's at.
Brian Hag Tribal. That's the thing.
Gauntlet of Might is kind of like the most expensive of this category.
Yeah, it's almost too good because it definitely does things when it sticks around.
But
Yeah,
dude,
I mean,
It's
I
not a
think-
gotcha like a
Yeah, I think
false orders.
This category
kinda-
is like gotcha type cards.
Dude.
Gauntlet of Might's just good.
this
Yeah.
should be dopamine releasing freaking vibe. Because like, okay, you sit there, I cast Gauntlet of Might, and I just sit there at my opponent, I'm staring at him like this. Waiting to see, does he have the disenchant? Because I got the freaking fireballs in my hand. I'm just like staring, like, dude. Letting him cast his Serendib and his Savannah Lion. And he looks at his hand and he plays a Mox, and I'm like, does he got it? And then it gets to me and I win. Or he just casts like Cop Red or fire or just destroys my freaking Gauntlet. This card is the most suspenseful card ever.
I do love when you actually get to activate a Hammerheim.
On
You do
one
feel like
creature. Earnum.
Huh?
Earnum, yeah. You feel like
Yeah.
a badass against an Earnum deck.
Well, with an Earnum deck. I mean, yeah, it's usually like
Oh yeah, because you put it on your own. On that
yeah. Or what's the I guess it's Talaria, right? It's the removes banding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those ones that people just forget what the hell they even do. They don't even
Mhm.
acknowledge that it's there.
So I played and
I like how it says it removes banding or bands with others. Like those are two different abilities.
It is. No, it is. It's way different because I was playing Adventurers Guild House during the Mono Green Friday event at the Battle for Ohio, and that card was making like massive stangs, dude. So if it was just banding, that would be no problem. But I was banding with other legends, dude. And my legend, my creature that was attacking was like a 15-12 or something. I had Stang tokens plus the Falconeer attacking in. So if you remove bands with others compared to banding,
That's true.
that card feels good. If you like,
That's a fun card you don't get to see very often. It's not really as gotcha as some.
Soul Exchange.
Ooh,
What's
and
that?
it's the Thrall. Yo, what about the gotcha situation with the Thrall champion, Dad? Do you remember? We were talking about that the other day.
Oh yeah, because you had I had a Thrall champion.
You were playing a
And-
bad deck, and I was playing a good deck.
Yeah, I had Thrall champion, and you could tap to take control of a Thrall, and you had splashed in
Just black for like demonic, mind twist, and one Darrellor.
yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, I think I can take this thing.
Just
sure
takes
enough,
the
Darrellor's a
freaking
Thrall.
one black creature.
Yeah, that's just living. Good, clean living there when I get to take your Darrellor. Made all my shit cost more though.
Yeah, you're playing mono black. Yeah, true. And you
Word.
ended up losing. Put the tax on all your cards. What other
See?
gotcha moments? What about like donating a rainbow veil to then like activate your land tax? Is that a gotcha moment?
Yeah, but that's like more of like
That's just good magic.
gotcha combos.
It's like 2 cards. Yeah, it's not one
Yeah.
card.
I don't know. I
I don't
think my
even-
gotcha combo was from the mono green event when I was berserking stuff in the Maze of Ith, and they're like, "Damn."
Yeah, I do love that. That's a good one, man. Either Berserk and Juxtapose or Berserking into Maze of Ith.
Mm-hmm.
Those feel real good. All right, guys. It's getting late. About 2 hours. Anything else before we call it a night?
No, I'm gonna finish packing up for the Kumite.
What time?
All right, man. Well, I wish you guys luck up there.
We still getting together on Sunday for this thing?
Yeah. So Simon's gonna be in town. He says he gets in about 2:00. So I don't know. What are you got any plans? Or I thought about even doing 3 or 4 o'clock or something. You thought maybe a little earlier than 5, so we can get some dinner.
Yep, I'll be there. More than likely.
Yeah, I'll be there. Just let me know what time.
Damn,
Let's
going to
pick a
Kumite
time.
And coming down.
3 o'clock.
3 works for me.
Yeah, that was
All right.
badass. Even sorry, my kid woke up and was sitting there screaming. But dude, the Berserk Maze of Ith combo was so tight. That was actually so strong, man. And both those cards are so good. Like,
Yeah,
can
they
play
worked
the-
out really good for the team event.
it was perfect. Because like you're not getting to play swords because I'm playing swords, so you don't have the removal like any
Mhm.
deck would usually have. But I thought it was good, like in general, man. Maze of Ith is so good.
I figured with Brandon having the bolts and you having the swords, that was the best option. Plus, I could use them on the Juzam, so what do I got to lose there, you know?
Yeah, dude. If you're playing, either you play Juzam Control or you play Juzam with Berserk for sure.
All right, guys.
Well, sounds good. I think next time we'll talk branching paths.
No, next time we're talking kobolds, dude.
Yeah, I think about to see that go down.
Yeah, we're
you gotta-
talking kobolds to Kirk.
You're gonna be fearing Kirk Heap. I hope that never shows up on a map. Hope your GPS never says nearing Kirk Heap. You'll be like, oh shit.
I'll have to take all my what's his name, Rogaz or whatever, and instead of Rogov Kirkkeep, I'll mark it out and say like Rogov Crookshank, and then I'll just run like 40 Crookshank kobolds.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
All
nice.
Okay.
kobolds, no limit. Well,
Yeah.
no Taskmaster infinitely. That's kind of good, but
Yeah, that's the
All right.
problem. There, you need the good ones to give him +1 and stuff like that. I mean, what if you just no limit kobolds and altogether?
no, that's fine. The 0-drop ones, that's fine.
No, I'm just trying to think. What does that even do? I mean, you get a bunch of 2 drops that just keep
Taskmaster's
getting.
insane. The
Yeah, I guess if
Taskmaster.
you had like 20 Taskmasters, that's. I mean, is that any better than Playgrass?
It's because it costs one less. Playgrass is good, and
Yeah, but Playgrass is a bump in the defense too. You get a shitload of
Dude, if you-
7-1s.
build it, and I'll play against it. I don't care. Do it.
Well, I'm not gonna proxy them. I'm probably not gonna buy them, but I might give you a
No,
bunch
you
of.
can- they're actually the Taskmaster is the one
Yes.
the time shifted Taskmaster. $1
All right,
$20 deck.
nice. All right, guys. Good cast. Another banger.
All right. See you guys later.
Till
See
next
you
time.
guys.
Peace.
Later.
Later.
I'm going to tell you the story of Felinius. Felinius just got out of prison, and he's trolling for some pussy. He lives in the world of Vangoria, and so the first place he goes is to his wife, the tiger lady, Stripe. But she says, "No, bitch, you've been in prison too long. I kind of flipped sides and went with this guy with dicks for fingers and pussies for noses." So Felinius gets like real sad, so sad that he just goes ahead and leaves. He's gone off world, and he decides to go to Finland to see if he can find some bitches. First bitch he comes across, I mean, she's a pretty ugly woman, but whatever.
She's obviously ready.
So he rolls up and he's like, "Hey, bitch, grab that thing." And she says, "It's slippery and gore splattered. Ain't no fucking way." So he walks away, dejected, on the beach, not knowing what to do. And then all of a sudden, fucking Ross Perot shows up in a goddamn hoverboard.
Ross Perot's fucking everywhere today.
Ross Perot, his fucking cock is harder than Mount Fuji. It is ready. He is fucking ready to go. So he says, "Yo, Felinius, you look like you're in a bad shape. So I tell you what, I got an extra motorcycle. We can make a dream team, and we'll go find some bitches." So Felinius says, "You know what? That sounds pretty fucking good." So him and Ross Perot hop on a motorcycle, strolling down the beach. They find this bitch who is ready to go, and this other bitch who is ready to go as well. And they're like, "This is perfect, guys. 2 girls, 2 guys, what are we gonna do?" So they're talking to the girls seem interested, and then all of a sudden this black guy shows up from nowhere and takes this one. So Ross Perot, so this girl's like, "You know, it's all right. Sharing's fun. Sharing's fun." So this girl's caught in the middle. But Ross Perot ain't having it. There's a standoff. It's 2 guys and a girl in the middle there. So Ross Perot ends up taking off with the girl.
Fucking Ross Perot.
And, you know, Felinius is again left alone.
Big one.
Side story, Ross Perot, his cock is like a fucking 105 howitzer. He is mowing through bitches nonstop. I mean, these girls look like victims of a Tomahawk cruise missile attack. Fucking impact craters are the only thing that's left in his wake. But back to Felinius. He still is alone. And he's walking around, his motorcycle's broke down, he's just walking around, and then he spots the ass on this bitch. He goes up and talks to her, and he's like, "What's your name?" She's like, "My name's fucking April O'Neil."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Baby, that ass, you could be walking around with the or the O'Neil junk store." And that's enough. They hit it off right there. They get married. And finally, Felinius gets the O face.
What people didn't realize was there's the wealthy 1%, along with Hafez from the Saudis, causing us to go to war in Desert Storm. Speaking of the Martin family tree, Ruth Martin, American treasure there in the 90s as well. And her husband, this is well before things took off.
This is where it
See,
started.
the war didn't go well. That's why Poland is left, right? So so Ruth and her husband, she's a little older in age. They're trying to procreate. It happened. It didn't go well. That's what came out.
Oh, jeez.
So they fucking ate it.
There's that conversation we had about Ozark. Entertainment provided by Ice-T,
Oh yeah.
Rappin' Do Diddy,
Oh.
New Kids on the Block.
yeah.
Wow.
It is being catered by this lone Asian boy so that we have some diversity in our story.
Yeah, let me see him or the Asian boy. Oh. We gotta representation.
And there is some female companionship also on board, including Sister of the Darkness. These two hot ladies.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to limit the companionship to females. Quasimodo's in there as well, too.
Okay, yeah.
There's a Marilyn Monroe lookalike with pigtails.
Now it's a party.
They need love.
And Oprah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you get a card and you get a card.
And Oprah stopped at the, let me see.
What's up with Oprah?
Breedsville Toy Store, which specializes in sex toys.
buffed
And
out.
she found some vibrating dog tags, which she inserted into Bob Dole. And that caused a massive jizz rocket. At that point, the party was getting a little out of hand and an argument ensued. Maverick accused Bob Dole of trying to fix the upcoming election. Palmer Cortland also accused Bob Dole of not extending him the courtesy of a handy. And at this point, all shenanigans were broken up by a crew led by the Power Rangers, Raphael to the rescue, Agent Scully in a boat, and it was all reported on by reporter April O'Neil.
Nice.
One ring.
Okay.
So we got a team of 3 players for today's event, a green, a white, and a red. Okay, so while we're all conversing and on troll watch, our white player decides that he's the backbone of this whole operation, center seat. So the white player voices his opinion. In order to play, he's going to need the soul ring. Okay. So
This is about
with that decision being made, he decides Soul Ring is the best card for a sideboard. So our red player can only focus on Rook Eggs, Lightning Bolts, and Fireballs. So I go back to the drawing board and alter cards for our trading table, but we still show up prepared for battle, armed and dangerous, playing teamwork with all 3 people at the Battle for Ohio, being playful, and this event's going to be far out.
So hosted by Adam Chandler. Got the Hunger Games going down, boys. All right, so this is the winner of this match will receive the official Troll Force watch.
Random magic shit.
So contestants: Barbarian Norman Stormcloud fighting Eric the Repentant. Let's get the gaming, dude. All right, it's getting intense. All the boys, just like in a game of Magic, all the dudes just stand around looking. Everyone's watching, dude. Let's see who wins. Starting with Norman Stormcloud. Let's see which location he'll be going. Looks like he's gonna be heading to the beach. And then look at Eric the Repentant will be counterattacking with Ice Nightwing. At the beach, we meet this crazy dude just smashing just a raw fish. And this is Eric the Repentant has to fight him. Let's see how he fights him. He's got to fight him with giant penis monster.
Oh, there he is.
Ooh.
but this dude has built a massively large condom. Now let's see how he's pissed about it. He's gonna kick him straight in the face. Okay, counterattack with a bunch of ninjas on the roof. Man, I don't know what to do with the babes. Shit. I thought I was gonna play it more like randomly picking would go better. All right, I think I'm out. I was gonna randomly pick abilities, and they're just not working.
2150. The world has been reduced to one country, Poland. That's where we center our scene.
Poland.
All right. There are two major factions left in the world: the Martin family tree and the Cain family tree. The Cain family tree has been blessed with excellent genetics, while the Martin family tree has a dark, dark secret. They are all beasts. So, they decide who is going to take control of Poland by having a games. So what they do is they're going to pit their best warriors against each other to determine who will determine the future of the world. So, first up, we have this furry guy. He's going to be battling Marilyn Monroe, resurrected. Followed by Cher versus the Shambler.
Share all the way.
Rosalind Hollow versus Bull Moose.
Sure.
The Wolfman versus Princess Jennifer. Miss Kitty Litterbox versus Master Splinter.
What's up, man?
Sean D versus the Polar Bear.
A whole bunch of stuff.
So, after battling all of these, they ended up 3-3, and they needed a tiebreaker. So, out comes the Giant Goldar, the Master Beast
Damn.
of House Martin.
What
Comes
take him down?
Patty Corder riding Chrome Jaw.
Oh, Jesus!
So they are locked in Mortal Kombat, fighting for control of Poland. Where'd it go? What ends up happening? The stealth bomber comes in, controlling the grind zombs, led by Ross Perot riding a horse, annihilates all of them, and takes control of Poland.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.